Snow cut across the mountain highway like shards of glass, and the world felt frozen in a breathless silence that only danger could break. A small puppy tumbled through the air near a red car, its tiny body trembling against the icy wind, while a lone Navy SEAL and his loyal K9 sprinted forward as if guided by instinct rather than thought. In that single moment, everything felt fragile: life, trust, and the thin line between cruelty and compassion. The men had seen chaos before, but something about this scene struck deeper than any battlefield memory. If you believe stories about kindness and second chances matter, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because this story begins in darkness but carries a light worth holding onto. The Navy SEAL had been driving through the mountain pass after a long training mission, his German Shepherd partner trotting beside him whenever they stopped to stretch. The road was quiet, surrounded by towering white peaks and a silence that pressed heavily on the chest. Years of discipline had shaped his instincts, and when he noticed the sudden movement near the red car ahead, his body reacted before his mind caught up. The puppy's fall felt wrong, unnatural, and the reaction of the people in the vehicle seemed careless rather than concerned. His K9 sensed it too, ears raised and posture alert, as if understanding that something deeper than an accident was unfolding. He ran toward the puppy, boots crunching against ice, heart pounding not from fear but from urgency. The small animal shivered violently, its paws marked by blood against the snow, yet its eyes held a quiet strength that mirrored the resilience he had seen in survivors. He wrapped the puppy gently in his jacket, shielding it from the biting cold, while his German Shepherd stood close, offering warmth and protection. The mountain air felt heavier then, as if watching silently, waiting to see what kind of choice humanity would make in that moment. As he carried the puppy to safety, a wave of memories surfaced, moments when he had rescued strangers, times when he had lost teammates, and the long nights when silence felt louder than gunfire. The puppy's heartbeat against his chest grounded him, reminding him that even the smallest life could carry immense meaning. The couple in the car looked shocked, unsure whether to stay or drive away, and their hesitation planted a seed of suspicion in his mind. Something about the scene didn't add up, and he sensed that this was only the beginning of a story that would reveal more than anyone expected. He decided to follow the trail of events instead of dismissing it as an isolated moment. At a nearby shelter, he learned that abandoned animals had been appearing along the highway more frequently, many too weak to survive the freezing nights. The realization hit him like a quiet storm. This wasn't just a single act of carelessness but possibly part of a larger pattern. The puppy, now resting under a blanket, looked up at him with a trust that felt undeserved yet deeply humbling. His K9 lay beside it, calm and watchful, as if silently promising that no harm would come again. Days passed, and the Navy SEAL couldn't shake the feeling that the truth was hidden beneath layers of indifference. He began asking questions, connecting small details that others overlooked. The couple from the red car appeared again in his thoughts, not as villains but as symbols of a world where empathy sometimes faded behind convenience. As he pieced together the puzzle, he discovered that several animals had been left near the pass by people who believed someone else would step in to help. The shocking truth wasn't just about one person's actions, it was about how easily responsibility could be shifted until no one felt accountable. Caring for the puppy changed him in ways he hadn't expected. Each morning he watched it grow stronger, its tiny steps becoming confident strides, and he felt a sense of healing within himself. The bond between the puppy and his German Shepherd deepened, transforming the once fragile newcomer into part of a small but powerful family. The mountains no longer felt cold and empty, instead, they seemed to hold quiet lessons about resilience and second chances. He realized that strength wasn't only measured in missions completed or battles won, but also in the willingness to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. The turning point came when he returned to the highway with the puppy fully recovered. Standing there, surrounded by snow and silence, he felt the weight of everything that had happened, the fear, the uncertainty, and the hope that followed. He began sharing the story with others, not to shame anyone but to inspire awareness. People started leaving blankets and food near shelters instead of abandoning animals, and a small community effort grew from what had once been a moment of despair. The puppy, once trembling in the cold, now ran confidently beside his K9, a living reminder that compassion could rewrite even the harshest stories. Just before the ending, here's a special request: comment below with one word that represents what this story made you feel. Your words help keep these messages of kindness alive and reaching more hearts. As winter slowly softened into early spring, the Navy SEAL found himself reflecting on how a single choice could ripple outward in ways no one could predict. The shocking truth he had uncovered wasn't about exposing villains, it was about revealing how small acts of courage could inspire change. The puppy's survival became a symbol, drawing strangers together in ways that felt rare in a fast-moving world. He realized that sometimes the greatest missions weren't assigned by duty but discovered through moments that tested one's humanity. If this story touched your heart even a little, please take a moment to engage with the video. Your likes, comments, and shares help spread stories that remind people kindness still exists. In the end, the snowy highway no longer felt like a place of abandonment but a reminder that even in freezing silence, warmth can begin with one decision to care. The Navy SEAL, his loyal K-9, and the once-abandoned puppy continued forward together, leaving behind footprints that told a quiet yet powerful truth: compassion, once awakened, has the strength to change more lives than we ever imagine.